GN Degens, Diamond Hands, and everybody in between. And welcome back to the Door You see the logo up there. You know they're the title sponsor. And if you ain't been Mitten Rhinos, what the fuck are you doing? They will always bring this show to you, always in support of the Diamond Hand Media Group and the Door Show. So give them a follow at Respected Rhinos and give the aforementioned Diamond Hand Media Group a follow as well at the DHM Group on Twitter. My friends, ladies, gentlemen, everybody in between, I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Captain Colt Soroka. And I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with your boy. Today's special guest of the day, one of the founders of that there club, and do our own research together. Now, before we do any of that, a couple of items I need you to do for me. Item number one, please take a quick second to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the Door Show on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell down there as well so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. Or if you're watching on the Bird app, make sure you hit that follow button and that notification bell there as well for however much longer it exists. But make sure you do so you never miss any of the DHM social media content that does come out. Or if you
are listening to the show on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that follow button or that subscribe button right here and right now, as the audio of every single episode of this here Door Show releases after each live show is complete.
Next item up on deck, you can find it in that big old diamond hand heart of yours to do so. And if you haven't already, hey, maybe hit that other like button, hit that retweet, leave me a comment, leave me a rating, jump on over yonder in the live chat over here on YouTube, not on Twitter. That's why I'm pointing over here on YouTube. And this is the only time I'm going to tell it to you today. 3 key reasons why. Number one, that's how we start every show, by saying GM, hey, hi, hello to all the members of the Diamond Hand fam located in the live YouTube chat. Number 2, it is how you and me stay in constant contact. Forgot my own damn thing. Stay in constant contact. That's 2 days in a row. What the hell? Constant contact throughout the duration of each and every episode. And number 3, it is how thee can enter into the Daily Door Show giveaway of the day by simply commenting the secret phrase of the day in the live YouTube chat and only the live YouTube chat, which that secret phrase will be released momentarily. And last but certainly not least, hit that share button. Send this on over to your brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers, aunts, uncles, friends, enemies, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the damn globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned diamond hander. Somebody who can handle the downs and the ups of the marketplace and could handle a little extra knowledge and insights about this old space while we wait down here until that bear sprouts some horns and turns into a bull again. Can't thank you enough for doing all of those things. It only helps me, all of the boys, and all of our shows become bigger and better for each and every one of you. Woo! It's finally Friday. We've been putting in the work, and now we're gonna do the weekend. Oh, shit. Oh, fudge sickles. I just hit the dog shit out of my knee. Woo-wee! Hey, you thought you were awake now. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Okay, all right. Shake it out. How you doing? How you moving? Keep it grooving. Oh, speaking of, hey, how you doing? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitter? If you're on Twitter, slide over to here. What the hell you doing? What's up? Most importantly, Diamond Hand fam. How we doing, baby? Good to see you. GM on this beautiful Friday morning. As per usual, first man in the chat,
Chris.
Oh, mother. GM Chris, good to see you, my man. Appreciate you being in here. Hope you're having an AMA ZING day yourself, good sir. Exclamation. DZ GM, hope you're having a great Friday yourself. We are going to continue the momentum 150%. Knowledge bombs inbound. Take shelter, take cover, but make sure you bring your notepads with you. Shout out to DZ. We appreciate you, brother. GM, OG Muncher. What's up, my man? Hope you're having an amazing day yourself. Dill Pickle Champion. GM, my man. Great to see you in the chat. JR, what's up? GMGA, good to see you live in the chat, kicking the show off with us. Mama Bear, what's up? GM to you as well. Appreciate you always being here. Appreciate you being in my corner. Ash, what's going on? Hope you and Sassy are having a spectacular Friday. No, a fantastic. No, a fantabulous Friday on the opposite side of that screen. Shout out to you too. Shout out to your wonderful husband, Tits. That is Tits' wife. Shout out to Tits, aka Truth in the Source. You know, I don't know why Tits keeps coming up as one of the search results for this show, but it does. Okay. Who's ever got their head in the gutter? Whoever thinks that this is some type of pornography show, I hate to break it to you. Ain't no OnlyFans models coming on this show. Oh, wait a minute. We did have an OnlyFans model on this show. But hey. Either way, this ain't going to be no pornography on this show. So sorry, you're mistaken. No tits showing up here. Well, all right, let's just stay out of that rabbit hole. Shout out Truth in the Source and I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being in here. What up? It's the Funky J Medina. The Funky J Medina. How you doing, baby? How you doing? Good to see you. Appreciate you being in here, man. Hope you're not working too hard. Hope you're enjoying a little break or whatever you may be doing right now, my man. But shout out to everybody tuning in. Let's get it rocking and rolling. People will be flowing on in as the show continues to go because you know the legend today brings quite the crowd with him. But, my friends, your secret phrase of the day for this beautiful Friday, November the 18th, 2022 is hashtag Chicks Dig Scars. Hashtag Chicks Dig Scars. Hashtag Chicks Dig Scars. In lieu of our legendary guest joining us in about 24 minutes from now. One of his favorite quotes out of The Replacements. Is that right? Yeah, I think it's Replacements. Yeah. Shit, I'll have to ask him. I'm pretty sure I haven't watched the movie for so long, but pain is temporary, chicks dig scars, and glory lasts forever, baby. But I was gonna make you type all that shit. So just hashtag chicks dig scars, live YouTube chat. You'll be automatically entered into the Daily Door Show giveaway of the day. Got something to mention about that too. Excuse me. So we're done. Now we will do 111 giveaways. I don't know. Maybe we do like one big one at the end of the week. Who's to say? Who's to know? I've been kicking some ideas around some different stuff. It's time for you usually do spring cleaning, right? Winter spruce up is what I'm feeling at the Door Show. What I'm feeling across the board at Diamond Hand Media. But that's just a little bit of alpha for you guys to think about. As we tell you, the official holidays of the day for once again this November the 18th, 2022. If you haven't checked your calendar, once again, it is Friday, November the 18th, 2022. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 322nd day of the year. 88% of 2022 is done and dusted. You got 4 things to celebrate today. Number 1, you got National Vichyssoise Day to celebrate. You've heard the word before. You've definitely heard somebody say, Vichyssoise at some point in your lifetime, but you've never quite known what it is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Vichyssoise is a thick soup made of boiled leeks, onions, potatoes, cream, and chicken stock. So if you're a soup fella or a soup gal, slide on over to the local diner and get you a bowl or just a cup in celebration of National Vichyssoise Day. It's also National Princess Day. So if you're a father, treat your princess. If you're a princess yourself, treat yourself. I'm trying to think of princess situations here for you guys to celebrate. Okay, I don't know many princesses. All right, that's just not something. Yeah, I don't know many. All right, it's also Mickey Mouse's birthday. Shout out! This ain't a Mickey Mouse show. Well, actually, it is kind of a Mickey Mouse show. That's neither here nor there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the quality of the show. I'm talking about the doggone Disney character. It's Mickey Mouse's birthday. Shout out Mickey Mouse. And it's also Substitute Educators Day. So all you substitute teachers out there, shout out. We appreciate you coming from a now man that was once a young man, a young boy in school. We appreciate each and every one of you and how you seem to only be able to check our names off of an attendance sheet and then do fuck all from there. We certainly appreciate you and are very glad we have set apart a day, that being November the 18th, to celebrate your existence. Ladies and gentlemen, also your word of the day that I might have learned from a substitute teacher at one point in time. Farce.
Farce.
F-A-R-C-E. Farce is a ridiculous act, proceeding, or situation. Light dramatic work marked by satirical comedy and improbable plot, or the broad humor characteristic of such. Cap, could you please use it in a sentence as to generate more understanding? Was sir! Number one. Two of them, actually. I got the company's guarantee is a farce, she complained. The replacement they sent broke even more quickly than the original. Number two. The award-winning actor has a talent for farce.
Farce.
Big words this week, and then we finish it off on farce. Everybody knows farce, but hey, if you haven't used it in a while, and say, wait, that's some, no, nugatory farce wouldn't work. Have you guys used nugatory in a sentence yet? I haven't figured out a way how to use it yet. That's a hard fucking word to use in a sentence, but I'll tell you what, nugatory, anybody who didn't tune into yesterday's show, they say, what does nugatory mean? What fuck is that? Well, not here, nor there, nor anywhere. Actually, it is somewhere. It's on the previous episode 110. However, it's not what we're talking about anymore. We are diving in to the hottest, the juiciest, the craziest, the steamiest, the wildest nonsense and news around the world of Web3 and beyond with the first official segment of the day.
Word on the chain.
Okay, kids. First of all, cheers to all of you sipping on the black elixir, the guys. And I got to be really careful here because not nearly as hot as earlier, but earlier I don't know what is about this coffee, but it held some heat in it and I burnt all the hairs off my tongue. Completely gone, done. Nonsense, all the hairs off my tongue. Dunzo. Zero, period. No mas, no more. But I mentioned to you guys at the beginning of the week, 3 brand new Coffee Labs coffees to try the Naked Z sent me that I was going to report on you to tell you how they are. This is the 3rd one. They've been ridiculous. This one is blowing my mind. One more quick sip. We'll be right back. And since this coffee is Web3 related, and if you don't know Naked Z, you've been missing out. I'd suggest you get your hands on a bag of Coffee Labs Roasters Yemen Al Gayoul. Whoa. Al Gayoul, Ghayoul. It is a combination, and I'm telling you what, you can taste it. Strawberry, sweet almond, and cream. The beginning is literally like a really nutty, bold. This is my favorite one. This one's fucking nuts. It's really bold, then it's creamy, and then the entire, like my aftertaste right now is all fucking strawberries. It is crazy, but not a mellow strawberry, not a fucking super sweet. No, like this is banging. This is a small holder lot produced by approximately 20 families. Whoa. They are in a very remote village in the Haja province. Hajja. Hope I didn't butcher that. They have been diligent to capture rainwater for more consistent irrigation throughout the growing season. Yemen Al Gayoul. Highly suggested. It's a banger. One more sip, then we get into word on the chain. Damn. I mean, it's literally like and it's not crazy strawberry. Like I don't like fruity coffees, but yeah. Shout out to Naked Z and the entire Coffee Labs family for keeping this guy and all of the Diamond Hand fam heavily caffeinated. Okay, kids, it's officially time. Let's get into it. Word on the chain. As always, this is not a buttoned-up show, and you see it there. But so, as always, we do start in a certain area. Word on the chain has it. Item number 1.
Your current Bitcoin and Ethereum prices.
Brought to you courtesy of CryptoBubbles.com. It's a combination today. Little red, little green. As always, I'd pull it up full screen, but it'll fuck up the whole stream. And we're just after 3 key ones here. Number 1, in the one spot, Bitcoin BTC, current price per of 16,598. Market cap of 319 billion. 24-hour volume of 27 billion, flat even on the hour, down 0.5% on the day, and down 0.4% on the week. In the 2 spot, Ethereum, ETH, current price per of 1,205, just above that $1,200 threshold. Market cap of 147 billion. 24-hour volume of 8.2 billion. Up 0.1% on the hour, down 0.4% on the day, and down 2.7% on the week. So definitely coming out of the, well, I guess not the clouds. It would be out from the bottom pits of the depths of hell and finally getting a little bit green. Still red for sure, but it was double digits for everything at the beginning of this week. And you know, the third one we always look at, let it flow, let yourself go, slow and low, that is the tempo. At a current price per of $1.20 USD, market cap of 1.2 billion, 24-hour volume of 24 million, down 0.5% on the hour, but it's a flat even zero on the day. And finally, goodness gracious, from starting the week down 30.7%, only down 2% on the week. So I think we'll start to see a little bit of a climb on flow, especially with some of these new collections, the Jolly Jokers, NFL All Day doing some shit on the moment. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming out, especially with the Jokers locking in week 11 here coming up. If you guys didn't listen to TJ last Friday, you missed out. You missed out. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I missed out. So I listened. I'm listening to Jeff Matthews. I'm going to live vicariously through Jeff Matthews. Yeah, baby, and Jeff Matthews have a bag. If you know who those two fellas are, shout out to those young men. They're going to be, Jeff Matthews at least, is going to be doing a little something here coming up. Shout out to Mr. Matthews and all of his knowledge in the NFL and MLB and NBA and everything, but mainly NFL. He's got a bag in the old Jolly Jokers. But that's neither here nor there. Just wanted to get you guys up-to-dated, and we move on into the second item. Word on the chain has it. Item number 2. Oh, did you hear about the current number of celebrities being sued for endorsing FTX? Relax. I'm not going down a deep, dark rabbit hole. You know I keep this shit light, humorous, and funny. It's edutainment over here. Now, first of all, I wanted to name all these people that are being, there's lawsuits filed against for endorsing FTX. Tom Brady, Steph Curry, Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin O'Leary, who Kevin O'Leary, if you didn't hear, said he would back SBF again. If you didn't hear that, Kevin O'Leary's not a dumbass. David Ortiz, Gisele Bundchen, which is the former wife of Tom Brady, Trevor Lawrence, Udonis Haslam, haven't heard that fucking name in forever. He just literally rides fucking 13th man on the Miami Heat, and he just keeps getting paid for no reason. I don't understand that. Shohei Ohtani, why the fuck is this show? Showtime doesn't need to be in here. Showtime barely speaks fucking English yet. Why is he getting sued? He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He's, oh shit, all the umpires are wearing it. I might as well get involved. This bullshit. You better fucking take Showtime off this list. Whoever got lawsuits against Showtime, you're on bullshit. Naomi Osaka, what? Like Naomi Osaka knows shit about crypto. I mean, come on. She'll whoop my ass in some tennis, but I don't think she knows shit about crypto. And the best one out of them all so far, Larry David. Pretty good. Pretty good. Larry David, what the hell? I can only imagine, like, this is going to be a scene in Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry David getting sued for backing a random fucking crypto company that goes belly up. That's Larry David. I mean, come on. That's so 2023, 2020, 2022, 2023 Larry David. That's fucking hilarious. So I'm very excited to see what all happens here. What I will tell you is that the media is probably not going to report it. The media is going to report all of this shit, but I would pretty much guarantee that every single one of these celebrities are going to be just fine. Much like Kim Kardashian and Floyd Money Mayweather, who pretty much had all charges dropped against them. You can look that up. The media doesn't talk about that. The media was sure quick to say, oh my gosh, Kim Kardashian being fine. Holy shit. This, blah, blah. And nothing ever really came of it. Also, just wanted a quick mention. If you didn't see the metaverse tweet this today, reminder that criminal fraudsters like SBF, Do Kwon, Suzu, and others who have financially ruined the lives of so many have gone unpunished, while the Tornado Cash developer is still in jail without formal charges. Little something think about there, kids. Little something say, how you doing? I can't tell you why those guys aren't in jail. I'm no legal expert, but apparently they got financial crimes that can put them away for life, but they're still walking free, except you can't go to jail for life on financial crimes. But whatever. Word on the chain has it. Item number 3. We got some updates on creator royalties. Holy cannoli, kids. It's going down. Shit is popping off. And I sat on this exact fucking show telling you that something along the... You would think that I do this for a living or something. You would think that Captain Colt knows what the hell he's talking about, and he's not just a talking head that just shows the fuck up and just derp, 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 derp. I mean, I know I don't fucking say a lot of intelligent shit into this microphone, but sometimes, for fuck's sakes, it's like nobody's out here listening. I literally said this exact shit. If you did not see X2Y2 is back in the game, let's reverse. Hold on. Wait a minute. OpenSea, beginning of the week, holds firm. We're fucking legacy collections, future collections coming out tomorrow, today, yesteryear, everything in between. They're covered. We're enforcing creator royalties, and we're not backing anybody that does not enforce them themselves. Well, the first marketplace has said, 0 royalties, we are making a stand, has officially put out a tweet today. And X2Y2 is now back in the royalties game. We used to believe that the best way to handle royalties is to give both parties, creators and traders, the right to choose. It is the rationale behind our flexible royalty feature, and we still believe so. Putting belief aside, if there was anything self-evident in crypto, it's the code. Since OpenSea released the operator filter 2 weeks ago, most of the new projects have sided with it. So they're basically waving the white flag. Hey, check it out. Capitulation live on the timeline. Holy shit. Go to your next one. This is the one, number 6. You can look at this whole thread. We may have different view of the best way of handling royalties with OpenSea, yet we respect the code. With OpenSea risking its market share and taking a brave move to defend royalties, they have our respect. Oh my days. Give me a break. They were losing market share by the second, and they knew what the hell was going on. And everybody who invested your little Blur tokens and all this free shit and everything, and they were power back to the people. Everybody deserves their money. Yeah, those goofy mother suckers are back in the game as well. OpenSea, Blur's marketplace, now enforces royalties on collections that implement the operator filter registry. Once you update the default curated filter list, collections that subscribe to your filter list will be able to earn royalties on Blur. Wow, Blur will enforce royalties on permissioned NFTs. We will continue to incentivize royalties on all NFTs while taking 0% marketplace fees ourselves. Wow. The 0% royalty NFT. What is going on out there? It's as if we're building a new market, a new space, a new place that's not even close. It ain't no $1 trillion, barely $1 billion industry. It's as if we're building something and nobody really knows what the fuck's going on. And we're just kind of throwing shit at the wall. And maybe if we stop overreacting about everything, we could just go somewhere from time to time. But who's to say, who's to know? Maybe I'm crazy. What I do know is that word on the chain has it. Item number 4. The Binance NFT marketplace got a couple updates. Number 1, users will now be able to access NFTs from a variety of marketplaces and blockchains with this new rollout they got on there. Most notably, OpenSea. So Binance is trying to become all-in-one. Right now, you can access OpenSea's top 200 collections through Binance with the hope and the promise in the future that it's going to continue to roll out and provide other chains and whoever may last. Binance is really trying to create the go-to destination for NFTs per their website and per a couple of articles that I read. I'm still interested to see what comes out with Binance in the coming, at least the end of quarter 4. Like, what? I don't know. There's just too many people wrapped up in all this FTX shit and all this and that and the other. And Xiaopeng Zhao, for all you assholes that just say CZ and don't actually know his name, he's a smart man. I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. I know what an NFT rug pull is. I don't know. I'm interested to see what happens with all of this, but Binance making moves like this, I can't help but see that they become this destination, this go-to. But I don't know how. I don't know. Hey, you dive down the rabbit hole if you want, but new updates allowing multiple chain access through Binance NFT marketplace. Word on the chain has it. Item number 5. Project Bankman, Project Bankman. That's what you should have called it, fucking Project Bankman. Holy shit. I read Project, and this is Project Venkman. 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 My apologies. And MoonPay have officially entered into a partnership. Project Venkman will utilize Hypermint by MoonPay for their minting. And the biggest part about this is it allows credit card use for minting. You don't have to have a wallet. You don't have to set anything up. You don't have to have no seed phrase, no crypto, no nada, capata, shalada. You just got to have a credit card. Bingo, bango. You can get involved. Now, what the hell is Project Venkman? Why do I mention it? Why the hell do I waste my breath talking about it on my show? They're building an iconic celebrity membership platform with a decade of blockchain experience behind them throughout the entire team. Their first collection, we've already talked about it on this show, that they're helping to build out, the Bill Murray 1000. Already very successful. And per Forbes, a Forbes article, I mean, how much do you want to believe Forbes on NFT and Web3 shit? You be the judge. But this is the blueprint for celebrity membership collections and the future. Oh, Project Venkman, gonna be something dope? Give you access to your favorite movie stars and celebrities? That'd be pretty fucking sick. Keep your eyes and ears to the streets. How many times you heard other people talking about that shit right now? Not very often. Word on the chain has it. Oh, this is my favorite one. This is the last item. Word on the chain has it. Item number 6. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And a quick sip of water. All right. So I highly suggest you guys follow internal tech emails on Twitter if you don't. They release some great shit before anybody else is talking about it. But back a couple of days ago, and I didn't talk about it because I just wanted to see what was going to roll out and how this all happened. And I have it literally detailed out what is going on with Twitter right now. So earlier on this week, Elon Musk sends out this email. And this is literally his email that he sent out. No bullshit whatsoever. Sorry, this is my first email to the whole company, but there is no way to sugarcoat the message. Frankly, the economic picture ahead is dire, especially for a company like ours that is so dependent on advertising in a challenging economic climate. Moreover, 70% of our advertising is brand rather than specific performance, which makes us doubly vulnerable. That is why the priority over the past 10 days has been to develop and launch Twitter Blue verified subscriptions. Huge props to the team. Without significant subscription revenue, there is a good chance Twitter will not survive the upcoming economic downturn. We need roughly half our revenue to be subscription. Of course, we will still be significantly reliant on advertising, so I'm spending time with our sales and partnerships team to ensure that Twitter continues to be appealing to advertisers. This is the Spaces discussion that Rob and Yoel and I hosted today. So if you guys tuned into that, that's what he's referring to. Now, the second part of this is where it gets good. The road ahead is arduous and will require intense work to succeed. Oh, intense work. Oh, hey, we'll talk with the guest of the day about intense work. Oh, baby. The road ahead is arduous, rocky, shaky, scary, and will require intense work to succeed. We're also changing Twitter policies such that remote work is no longer allowed unless you have a specific exception. Managers will send the exceptions list to me for review and approval. Starting tomorrow, I mean, he's a CEO. People don't view Elon like this, and he is running his company. He is making moves. This is how you run a company, and people are getting asshole about it because they've been sitting around, dicking around at Twitter for too long. You think it's a joke. You might think I'm being, too harsh. Nah. He's making moves. Starting tomorrow, Thursday. This was on Wednesday. Everyone is required to be in office for a minimum of 40 hours per week. That's not much to ask. I mean, shit. When you're in sales, sometimes you work 80. I mean, that's easy money. Obviously, if you are physically unable to travel to an office or have a critical personal obligation, then your absence is understandable. I look forward to working with you to take Twitter to a whole new level, blah, blah, blah. The potential is truly incredible. Thanks, Elon. To everybody who's listening to this show as well. Wanted to make sure we got through the whole email. But wanted to make sure, show those to you if you guys haven't seen those, because he's literally just making moves. He's literally just making moves. That's all that's happening here. And the employees, you saw it in that email, they had until, there was a link attached to that email. And the employees had until 5 p.m. Eastern yesterday to click accept, to say, I'm down with the get down. You're Elon Musk. You took over the company. You've clearly built billion of dollars of organizations. Shout out Pat McAfee, of organizations in the past. And we're down to do it with you. We're down to help you because we think we could be billionaires right alongside you one day too. Well, instead of saying that, and the majority of them clicking accept, the majority of them sent back a middle finger emoji, and hundreds, again, shout out to Pat McAfee, of employees of Twitter said, Fuck that. And they resigned. Oh my gosh, they've resigned from Twitter. We're going to close. The doors are shutting up. What you assholes don't know, and what this unbiased media fellow will tell you, is that all the little dickheads that didn't hit accept at Twitter are getting 3 months of severance pay just to say peace and love. Oh yeah, you think with this dicked up millennial generation, they're going to just, oh yeah, let me go for arduous road that will require intense work, or 3 months of severance pay while I sit with my hand in my pants and watch Netflix for 2 months and then maybe look for a job after that. Give me a freaking break. Oh my, look, just deeper than the surface, please, please, not for me, for thee, not for me, for thee, just deeper than the surface. This don't take a fucking rocket scientist. Everybody's talking about Elon like he's the fucking Antichrist and he's this ruler of all rulers. Oh, he's a dictator. I don't think so. And if you go a little bit deeper than the surface, there's a reason why hundreds and hundreds of, shout out Pat McAfee, of employees left, because they're getting paid to do so. If they don't want it, they can get bent, they can kick rocks, and they can get paid to do so. Look deeper than the surface, my friends. That's all I got to tell you. That does it for Word on the Chain. As always, we finish it off in ode to our guest of the day about to join us with the secret phrase of the day for this November the 18th, 2022. Hashtag chicks dig scars. Hashtag chicks dig scars.
Hashtag chicks dig scars.
It's got to have the hashtag in it, and it's got to be in the live YouTube chat, and you're automatically entered in. No follows, no retweets, no likes, no comments, nada. That's all you got to do. You're automatically entered in. Daily Door Show giveaway of the day, drawn at the end of this show. But we move along, my friends. As you get your YouTube keyboard fingers rocking and rolling, or your phone fingers, or your Twitter fingers, or whatever the hell you might have rocking to get that in the live chat, we move on. Rather, keep this proverbial podcast train steaming on down the tracks with the second official segment of the day.
Doorkeepers.
Okie dokie, artichokes. It's that time again, as per usual. Let me send out the daily tweet, because I get down a rabbit hole with the guys that are like some of my best friends in the space. I get down rabbit holes and I just forget to send shit. So I bang. Tweet sent. Let the people know. Get in the live YouTube chat, because the fucking knowledge bombs are about to come. If you didn't bring your notebook, ooh, you fucked up. But it's officially time to get on your feet and put your heads together for one of the founders of that there Respected Rhinos Club. Again, welcome in. This is the Door Show, presented to you by the Diamond Hand Media Group, brought to you in partnership with the Respected Rhinos Club. Always shameless plug. He is an entrepreneur, an investor, a retired athlete that maybe one day you sons of bitches will know who he is, or if you get close enough to him, you just might find out. He's a whiskey whore. That's right. I said it. He is an autophile. Get your heads out of the gutter. It just means he's a car lover. Big one at that. Speaking of a big one, he's a chooch of all chooches, but I love him with all my heart. The one. I can't even take myself seriously. I don't know how the fuck he's taking me seriously right now. The one, the only, ladies and gentlemen, back for his most recent appearance at the Door. I can't believe how long it's been. It's been a hot minute. I couldn't believe it, but he's back live in prime time, thanking me for the opportunity to come on. Nah. Buddy Guy, the pleasure is all mine. My friends, Diamond Hand fam, welcome back, Mr. HD.
What's going on, Kat? What's going on?
What's up, brother? How you feeling?
Feeling great. Thanks for having me back on the show. You know, it feels good. Feels good to be back. So I appreciate it. I was, like I said to you, humbled that you asked me to come back, and honored to be on this show. So
the pleasure,
feels good.
Then the honor is all mine, buddy. I look back, dude. It's been a hot minute. I didn't realize how long it's been, but we had to We had to make some connections. We had to get some names on. Now we're going back through like the third, fourth time people have been on. And I've definitely, there's been a lot of guys, and especially you, that I've built a really strong relationship with and had some dope conversations with since then. And I can't thank you enough for just all the support and just being you and taking the time to come back on, man. Cause I know you're busy. Well, actually you don't do shit anyway.
No, I had to get the kids to bed today, bro. I had a busy day, you know. Drove them to school, listened to Java Jams, came home, hang out a little bit, harassed JT for a little bit, and then the wife brought the kids home. She left to go to work. I put the kids down, and now I'm hanging out. So I got nothing to do the rest of the day.
Yeah. Well, we're ready to rock and roll for a badass show. I got some stuff to hit on. I'm sure we'll dive into some other topics. But before we do, now I understand why JTR just calls and harasses me, because then you call him, you fuck with him, and then he needs somebody just to do that. Now I get how it works. Okay, great.
Dude, I try to change up the times of the day when I call him, and somehow I always call him when he's eating. He's like, bro, I just started cooking. I just started eating. Do you have a timer on me? I'm like, dude, when you eat 46 meals a day, it's pretty easy for me to call you while you're eating.
And I always talk to him while he's cleaning. So it's literally the fucking Succession, bro. It's literally, last time he had the fucking fan going. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm fucking cleaning, bro. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, could you maybe take your AirPods out of the fan? What the fuck? Oh shit. I love it, man. And again, I appreciate it. And I guess just the way we're starting it and laughing and what we've been doing, and those of you watching right now that haven't tuned into Java and Jams and listened to some of the bombs this guy's been dropping here lately, and just the energy he's been bringing, you've been missing out a lot. And I'm excited to dive into a lot of rabbit holes. But HD, man, I asked this to Swirl yesterday, and I just think it's interesting to get different perspectives. There's so many founders, let alone people in this space, like just tripping fucking balls, losing their mind. And you, JTR, Swirl, Duncan, everybody I'm surrounded with, no matter who it might be, Travis, Cody and Jenna, everybody, it's nice and smooth and easy. Everybody's chilling. Everybody's trying to make their moves. Everybody's relaxing. So from your perspective, number one, why the hell are you so chill? Why aren't you freaking out? Why the sky's falling, for crying out? I mean, it is coming down on top of us, HD. Why aren't you running for the hills, number one? And number two, how do you get yourself so well prepared to weather the storm in times like these?
I think having a solid game plan and being prepared for times like this, right? Like me and JT always, every business we ever started, every venture we've ever done, even this project, we built it preparing for the worst. So we anticipated this, right? Anything above where we are today was gravy to us, right? Was a good time. But we knew this was going to come. We didn't know when, but we knew it was going to come, and we were prepared for it. We built the project around that, knowing that it could sustain this, right? We run our project like a business, right? So when we buy a business, start a business, look to buy a business, we say, oh, your numbers are great, but what if this happens, right? What does your business continuation plan look like, right? And that's what we look at in everything in life, is business continuation, right? When times get shitty, times get rough, suppliers fall apart, business deals break, what you can't scramble, right? And in this space, because of the hype and the FOMO, quote unquote, that it had, people scrambled, and people are still scrambling, right? To us, we look at times like this as quote unquote those build markets, and I hate using those cliche type sayings, but when things are tough, we build. When things get really tough, we continue to build and we persevere, because then when times are good, I mean, times are good. You know what I mean? So we're very good with dealing with adversity. A lot of people, and I think it comes back to our sports backgrounds, right? We've been put in tough positions. We've been in the shit, and we learn how to adapt and deal. And we know what we're capable of and what we can handle. And knowing that from the start, when something like this happens, it really doesn't even phase you, right? Like we've been here before, right? Like not even talking about the market, but just talking about the environment or the atmosphere of where we're at. We've seen this trillion times, right? Like we've done this in a different business that we can relate to, in a different relationship that we can relate to. So having those experiences make times like this or tough times easy. On top of that, our community alone in the project, we always talk about, I know we talk about it probably way too much, but having pillars, right? Having a strong foundation. We're very comfortable with the foundation we've built, with the pillars we've brought in, and the anchors that were weighing us down, they're gone. And that's great, right? They left on their own, right? They got stuck and we kept sailing forwards and they got stuck behind us. They're not holding us back, right? We cut that chain and said, we'll find a new anchor somewhere else, but having those pillars, having that guideline, having that direction, times like this, you don't get phased by them.
Big time. And that's what we've been talking about all week on Java and Jams, and just it comes on to the Door Show, and you're definitely a pillar for me, man, and a pillar for a lot of people. And we got a pretty damn dope community we're building, just not only the Rhinos, but the Diamond Ham fam, and just everybody that's like it said in the bio from the rip of this platform being created. This platform was created to allow everybody to be a part of all of the communities that this platform is lucky enough to be a part of. And via extension of my networking ability, going out, reaching out to people, talking with other people, it gives access to the real human being that typically people don't have access to on Spaces, or maybe they can't get up and talk, or whatever the case might be. So I love this avenue, and it's been so dope to hear those perspectives, and like how do you weather these times, and like how do you prepare before this, right? And you talk about that athlete mindset, and that's what it's a lot for me. And I don't know. There's a lot of people who are just questioning, like, what the fuck do we do right now? Like, where do we go? What's up? Up is down, down is up. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. Like, outside of just building, just continue to show up. I mean, there's no secret formula, right? There's no secret remedy. Or am I missing something?
No, there is no secret remedy, right? When I always like to quote, like take quotes that I've heard from years of coaching and being coached and coaching others and getting yelled at, right? And when the going gets tough, the tough get going, right? And then on the business side of things, I look at like a Warren Buffett, right? Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful, right? And you talked about it the other day, is put that into your own words. What does that mean to you? So when I hear all these quotes and I analyze these quotes, and then I look at the situation, right? Like today's market, right? Like if you jump into the market today, there's a lot of upside potential, right? But if you were in the market 6 months ago, you're like, wow, we're getting crushed. I lost money. But if you're not listening to the people that are saying, hey, listen, something good's not coming, or be prepared for the worst, and you're not taking that into consideration and really determining what that means, right? Everybody has their own good and bad, right? Like to me, this isn't bad, right? Like to some people, it's terrifying and awful, right? But like I came into like even stocks and stuff like that. I came into it during the crash. So while people were getting hammered, I came into it. I'm like, oh, this is great. I make money everywhere. You know what I mean? So for the past 13 years, I was like, this has been awesome. I made a ton of money. This is great. And then I started to see these pullbacks and started to understand really what happens. And I started to read and listen. And the key is listen. I listen to people. I go into rooms. I go into spaces. I listen to who's in there. I listen to the professionals and hear what they have to say. And then I write down notes. And then I try to understand what I'm reading that I wrote down and how it makes sense to me. Put it in my own words so that I can understand it. Because if a TA comes on the show and starts talking about all these crazy trends and shit, you're going to be like, yeah, that doesn't sound good at all. Right. Mm-hmm. But when you put it into your own words and then you understand it, you're like, oh, it's not that bad. This is what could happen. This is where we could go. So I think it's important not to try to master everything, right? But just to take what the masters say and put it into your own words so you understand it. Because, I said it before, like if other people speak Spanish to me, I have no idea what they're saying. But if I translate it and then I put it into my own words, then I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense, right? Or like TAs talk, or sometimes JT talks about like lifting and nutrition, and I'm like, dude, what are you even talking about? And then I start Googling what these nutritional things are and these different types of, protein breakdowns happen. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So when I eat this, this happens. Like, as simple as that sounds, but he's using like, doctor terminology and fitness terminology where I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't care about that stuff. And, but I need to put in my own words for it to make sense.
Right. No, I understand that. And that's what I try to do with the show, right? Like I'm wearing a fucking flannel shirt, kicking back with a backwards hat, chilling and just talking like a normal human being. I'm just an average stooge, right? And that's what the saying that I always say all the time. You fucking hate, but it's what I'm just an average guy. That's what it means. I'm just a humble dipshit that barely wipes a word off my forehead every single day. Like I'm just an average guy. Like I'm not. I go above and beyond. I fucking obviously that I have that 250% mindset. Everything's 250%, not 100%. But I wake up every day. I populate this floating rock just like everybody else. But that's a whole other.
But what is average, right? Like what is your average compared to what is my average, right?
That's a good point.
To me, I don't consider you average, right? You might say, hey, listen, I'm just an average guy, but dude, you're way ahead of the average person in my eyes, right? So like everybody has their own understanding of failure, average, success, right? Your success isn't going to be the same as my success, right? As much as you say, I want to be as successful as HD, your success is never going to be the same as mine, right? Because we had different paths. It's never going to be the same. And your success and my success are completely different things. And people don't understand that.
Mine's gonna be better.
I hope so, dude. And if it doesn't, then I let you down, bro. I tell that to JT all the time. Like if he doesn't he'll never quote unquote surpass me, but he'll surpass me per what I did at age brackets, right? Because I never had me, right? Like he has me and he's way ahead where he is today. He's light years ahead of where I was at his age, right? And now he's doing things, right, that like today he texted me something and I'm like, oh, look who's so smart. Look who actually like figured it out, right? Because in the past, he would just not do it. Like, not that he wouldn't do it, but like he wouldn't go that extra mile to figure it out. And now he's like exceeding that where I never did that. I never even tried to do that, right? So he's doing stuff where he's like, dude, I can do this. And I'm like, this is some complicated things that we're trying to figure out as far as like networking and marketing and some other type of business metrics. And he's like, yeah, I understand it completely. And I'm like, how? Like, I've never understood it. And you figured it out in like a month? He's like, hey, I read like 36 books, listened to 4 podcasts, and did some online research. And I'm like, all right, cool. So like he's taking the steps to build his own success because his success is what he visions it, right? Like in my eyes, I think he's already successful. In his eyes, he doesn't think he is, right? So like everybody has their own terminology and it's good to, have that, right? If everybody had the same goal and same vision, where would we be in this world?
Definitely. Shit, that was a great rabbit hole. There was something else I was thinking about while you mentioned something earlier. You talked about getting involved in 08 and like stocks and shit. Damn, fuck. We gotta come back to that shit too. Fuck, so many. This is why I love having you on, dude. Great fucking shit. 08 shit, total reset essentially, especially in the housing market, real estate, everything, yada yada. Do you think we're kind of going towards a total reset? Like I listen to guys like Robert Kiyosaki. That's just the first one that comes off the top of my head, and I can't remember who the hell I was talking to. Oh, Fitty. I was talking to Fitty on the show, and he's thinking 2023 there'll probably be a nice little downturn and stuff like that. Do you think we're kind of like going towards that same total reset, and now is probably a good time to really open your eyes and ears to get involved again?
Yes and no. Because we're at a different time frame, right? Like 2008 was that bubble was driven by banks, right? Like they caused it. Like not now this bubble that we're in, if we're just talking real estate, is consumer driven, right? Is supply and demand. The banks today are a lot stricter than they were back then, right? Like back then you'd be like, hey, my name's Colt. They'd be like, oh, here's a loan for 500,000. You're like, I invest in crypto and run a podcast, and they're like, congratulations, you have a job. Here's your loan, right? Today, they're like, well, send us 37 documents on that job and 65 documents on this job, like you're already 190 documents in. And they're like, yeah, we're probably not going to go with you. We're not going to give you this loan. You're like, then why would you request all these documents, So I think we're in a different place. I think we're in a unique time. There's a lot of political influence in today's world, where in 2008 there wasn't as much as there is today. We're in a weird time, right? And I hate using the word weird because it's so broad, it's so generic, but a lot of things don't make sense. The more you try to make sense of that one thing, the less other things made sense, so it's like as soon as you start going down a rabbit hole, the things you thought made sense no longer make sense, right? So I think I'm always a firm believer in always buy, right? Dollar cost average, no matter whether it's real estate, whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto, whether it's NFTs, always buy. If you have the liquidity, if you have the means to do it, continuously buy. Because what I'm building isn't for me, right? And that was my goal. That's the way I've designed my net worth. Isn't for me. It's for my kids, my great grandkids, my grandkids, my great great grandkids. Legacy planning, right? Like I built my life on legacy planning. Most people are more selfish and they want it all for me. Like, I want my kids to be set up. I want my grandkids to be set. Like my kids are 4 and I'm already thinking about my grandkids, right? Like I'm designing my life so that I have the most positive impact on generations that aren't even born yet, right? Am I smart with decisions I make today for the future? Yes, 100%. I'm not just going to go buy anything to buy it because I said, oh, dollar cost average. No, but I understand how dollar cost averaging works, right? I work with professionals that understand how it works. And I told JK this the other day was, have a purpose for your purchase, right? Like if you're buying real estate to flip it, now is probably not a good time to buy it because the market's at an all-time high, right? If you're buying real estate to rent it out and can just hold it forever, it's not a bad time to buy that, right? It's not a bad time to leverage other assets you have to continue to grow. Especially in the market, conditions we're in now, there's a lot of opportunity out there. You just have to know how to find it, right? Like, go look, if you want real estate, go look for short sales, go look for foreclosures, right? Like you don't have to go buy stuff listed on the market. Go look for off-market deals. Talk to a bank who has properties in their portfolio that they're trying to get off their books before December. There's a lot of stuff out there that people don't know how to use, that it's free to them, right? You have access to it. It's public information.
So glad you just went down this whole fucking rabbit hole because I literally. Okay, hold on. One. Just a second, please. Backwards. Number 1, foreclosures. There's this fucking list. I can't think of the name of the list, and it's like you can get it just at like the search. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like this, like almost condemned properties, but. Gosh, man, maybe I need to look it up. But there's like this, and I don't know if you want to touch on foreclosures anymore, but like there's this whole where you can take advantage of this list that nobody looks at. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
There's exactly what I'm talking about. I was watching a fucking podcast on it the other day. I was like,
yeah, there's REO foreclosures, there's short sales and auctions. So I have a couple banks that will send me lists, almost like HUD Homes kind of .org. So you can kind of go on that site. Usually helps out. You could put in locations and they'll give you different areas. But we do like a lot of multifamily auctions, right? Like you can get houses very cheap because the bank just says, we don't care about this. We're going to take the highest bidder, right? So like property might be worth 600 and you might be able to get it for 250 because the bank says, we'll take the loss. We don't care. Just get it off our books.
Hell of an idea there, kid. While we're on that topic as well, not from like an investing, not from like, okay, I'm ready to rock and roll. For somebody who is like hearing this, it's like, holy fuck, yeah, I've really been thinking about real estate, but like I don't even know where to start. Not from a money perspective, not from anything. Like if you were looking for advice, short of coming to you, short of coming to JTR, reaching out to people who have been there, done that, like I consistently do. What's some of your best advice just for somebody trying to start out, trying to at least learn? And is there like a course out there? Is there anything that you can really tap into?
Yeah, not specifically. I think just reading and learning and understanding what you really want to look into is the best way to go about it. I always tell people, if you're looking to get into real estate, go get pre-qualified, right? Go to a bank, go to a lender and say, listen, I'm looking to buy a home. I don't know if I'm ready yet, but I want to see how much I qualify for, right? Give them all your tax returns, give them all your income, pay stubs, all your information you need. And they'll say, okay, well, based on this number, based on how much money you have, you can apply for a house that's worth 500,000, 250,000, 400,000, right? And then this way, like looking at houses, what price range you could be in, right? Um, Talk to a mortgage broker because they might tell you, hey, listen, there's programs out there where you're 3.5% down, or you're a veteran and all your closing costs get covered, right? There's VA loans. There's so many loan programs out there that people don't even know about. There's so many tricks that you can do with a bank. Say, hey, listen, give me a little higher interest rate, but give me a lender credit, right? So now my closing costs are covered. There's so many. Give me a seller's concession. So, have the seller give me a little money on the top. There's so many little tricks and nuances to the real estate game that if you just talk to some professionals, you'll get to that next level of, okay, well, now I know exactly how much money I need out of pocket, what my closing costs are going to be to acquire a property. When I tell new investors or new individuals looking to buy their own first home, right? First time homeowners, buy a 2-family, right? Have a tenant pay your mortgage for you, right? Because coming out of pocket, paying your own mortgage, why would you want to do that if you could have somebody else pay it for you, right? And then what happens is when you start accumulating a little bit more money, that loan's fully covered. Now you go buy your secondary home, right? Never purchase your first home. Shouldn't be your forever home, right? It should be an investment. And what I mean by that is buy a 2-family, buy a 3-family, live in one unit. And then when you get enough money, buy that forever home, but you have an income producing property now, right? So when you move out, now you have 2 units paying you. The first unit basically covered the whole mortgage. And now the second unit's all profit for you to cover your next mortgage.
Shit, you get a quadplex, you're in business.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, there are some places like, I look at, like, I'm in New York, so real estate is out of control here, right? Like, if you could find a cap rate, which is basically like, your return at like 5%, send it my way, I'll buy it, right? Like, it's hard to find those properties because real estate's so expensive. But you go to other states, other cities, you're looking at cap rates like, I was down in Philly a couple weeks ago, and cap rates in 20%. I'm like, this is a gold mine, right? Like, this is where you want to buy real estate and grow. So it's not always, I want to live here. This is a great house to live here. Like, look at the numbers, look at how things work before purchasing, right? Do your research, so to say.
Hell yeah. Well, I guess while we're here, I might as well just ask. Well, I think it's going to boil down to a lot of the same. Is it really just comes to finding somebody who can be a mentor for you, somebody who you can reach out to. How can you play your network? How can you learn? And that's really where you learn the most and become the best. But kind of the same question for ecom. I mean, if somebody's really in that same exact spot right now, short of fucking coming to you and JTR, what just something that pops right to the front of your mind?
Management company, right? Find companies that are considered e-commerce management, right? Basically, you pay them a fee up front. They do everything for you. You learn the business. You learn how to do it. They take percent of profit, like a profit sharing plan. That's what we do, right? Like, we have a management team that does that that we're not tied to, that does it for people because we trust them. They handle our e-commerce until you learn it enough to do it yourself, right? Same with real estate. Maybe find a friend that's big into real estate. Hey, listen, if I go on next property you buy, maybe I can give you 10 grand to get in on that property. That's how I started, right? Like, I bought a property with somebody else and learned how they collected rent, learned how they did certain things, how they did their tax returns. And I said, okay, well, next property, I'll give you a little bit more money. After 4 or 5 properties, I said, okay, well, I'm able to do this myself now, right? But you got to learn, right? You got to be open to, that space the other day, right? An investment in knowledge pays the best interest, right? That thing has stuck in my head for 3 days now.
Same.
Because that's what I live by, right? Like, educate yourself, improve yourself, pay for that to learn. So I pay professionals all day long, every single day, every week, to learn from them because they are professionals, right? Like, you're going to pay a professional athlete to train you rather than saying somebody else to, hey, bud, you're homeless. You want to train me in baseball? Like, no, you're going to go a professional trainer or a professional coach. You're going to pay them and they're going to give you the best instructions you'll ever get in your life. You know, and that's how I look at it in business. That's how I look at it in crypto, right? Like, and that's how I look at NFTs, right? These professional degens that have went from flipping one NFT to flipping Bored Apes, right? Like, see what they do, follow what they do, see what trends they're doing, right? Like, you have the availability, especially in the Web3, to track wallets, right? Like, it's a gift and a curse at the same time, right? But you can see the in and outs, the movement that they do. And if you can, I talk about it all the time, everything has a pattern. If you can understand patterns, you can become successful. But you have to identify the pattern and then know how to use a pattern in your benefit.
Dropping fucking bombs, kid. Goodness gracious. Oh, man. Holy shit. I just wrote a bunch of stuff down. But, it's really interesting. Just people don't want to hear this shit. People aren't trying to learn, to level up. You talk about education. The Door Show has become more making fun of Web3. Not really making fun of it. We still talk about NFTs and shit like that. And we kind of started off, and we'll dive into some shit here in just a second. But, it's become about being real and educating others. And this platform, like you talk about, you pay thousands and thousands of dollars. We dish this shit out for $3.99. What the fuck? What am I meant? I got. Okay, I got to figure something out here. This is bullshit. I can't be letting people in here for free no more. I'm token gating the motherfucker or something. This is ridiculous. Nobody's coming around. Maybe then more people come around. Who's to say? Who's to know? But man, it's just so important to talk about shit like this. And I don't know, just to have a platform where it's just nothing but education all across the map on all types of shit. And that investment in knowledge pays the best interest has stuck with me. Shout out Kayla. I don't know where Kayla came from. I don't know how she stumbled and fumbled into Java and Jams, but shout out to Kayla and shout out to that quote because it's stuck with my ass.
But that's the power of Web3, right? And what you're doing, right, is that every day your consistency and drive has brought new people in, right? Whether it's NFT related, whether it's personal development related, whether it's about sports, who cares, right? You're building a community, right? You are a community, and you're giving a platform for people to come up and share and speak. And Kayla came up 43 followers, 42 follows, whatever the numbers were. Thought it was just going to be some bot saying something, and she just dropped bombs, right? Like, I was like, all right, well, that's stuck in my head now I can't get rid of it, right? And I look back at everything me and JT do and what we pay for and the business classes and mentorships that we pay for. Like, we invest in ourselves, right? At the end of the day, we invest a ton of money in ourselves because at the end of the day, nobody else is going to do that, right? Nobody's going to invest in you if you don't invest in yourself. And that's what we believe in. We want to get to the next level. The only way to get to that next level is invest in yourself, right? You want to get stronger, invest the time, the energy to dieting, to lifting, right? You want to get smarter, invest the time to listening to podcasts, joining spaces, reading books, doing research, right? You want to make more money, invest the time, learning patterns, understanding patterns, and creating your own new patterns that make money, right? But you have to put the time and effort in, right? And whether it's, like I said, whether it's coming, listen to a podcast, whether it's reading a book, or whether it's coming into a space, I've learned so much this year alone, just in spaces with, spaces you hold, right? Like, people come up, all walks of life, all over the world, all over the country that I would never meet ever in my life or speak to, or even be influenced by, right? Because I never had the opportunity to. And now there's people that have influenced me that they don't even know they influenced me, right? Like, it's pretty powerful what you've built and the community you've put together. So I applaud you and appreciate you for doing that.
Well, I appreciate you, man, because it's not about me, man. It's really not. And I don't know how long it's going to take for people to fucking realize that. And what we're building here is just literally a platform to put people on. Like it's not about me. And yes, this is my career. This is what I do. And this is going to set me up for a lot of additional shit. And it's all about chess, not checkers. If you think Diamond Hand Media Group is the only thing I'm working on, you're out of your fucking mind. But continue to believe that that's cool. Chess, not checkers, though. But that's literally, I can't thank you enough. And for you to have been in my corner the whole way, and you and JTR have been some of the, like, I had plenty of connections before you and JTR, and you guys were some of the first two to say, yo, like, what the fuck are you doing here, bro? Like, yo,
Day one, bro. Day one.
Yeah, 100%. So
no, we knew,
yeah.
we knew before you even mentioned what you were doing and what you're building and what you have planned. We knew something was up. We're like, we need to talk. We need to talk, because every once in a while you stumble across somebody or something, and you're like, I need that in my life. You know what I mean? Like day in, day out, I need that. I need that in my life. I need that in my business. I need that in my corner, right? You do. You stumble across 1,000 people a day, and that one person sticks out, and you're like, fuck,
well,
I
hey,
need
baby.
that person.
Hey, baby, these cocksuckers keep getting fucking banned and blocked, and everybody realizing that they're just getting paid to talk fucking bullshit, and they're nothing but a bunch of anonymous fucks behind lizard profile pictures. We'll end up on the moon here sooner rather than later. And people are fucking realizing it. And if it is real, recognized as real, man, I wouldn't be able to speak as confidently as I do and carry myself in the way I do and host this show the way I do if I didn't have guys like you in my corner. It's point blank period. Here we are going back and forth, fucking throwing footballs to each other. But it's fucking shout out fucking Live Dog. But it's straight fucking facts, man. Like, this goes out to everybody out there. Like, if you're listening and you don't have people in your corner like that are fucking checking up on what you're doing, fucking making sure you're making the right moves. If you're fucking up, if you're slowing down, they're fighting, yo, what the fuck you doing? Hey, how close are you to that goal? What's that doing? Well, and like, we started this off. Fucking HD talks to JTR talks to me, and it's this continuous succession of building. Find people in your life. Then I go to Swirl goes to JTR comes to me, and we're always building. And if you don't have people in your life like that, you're living this life wrong. And I didn't used to have people that only looked to build me up. I didn't think it was possible. I don't know about you, HD, but like, I'm sure I was just always surrounded with just the wrong fucking people. People were always like, oh, I can't ever do that. Or, oh yeah, this just having the same mindset. And I just was always like, why the fuck don't I get along with anybody? Why? Like, I can't be crazy. I can't be like, I'm not fucking crazy. Why does everybody, like, why can't I get along with anybody? And then I found Web3, and I found this 5-foot circle I got now. It's like, yo, all right, there's motherfuckers out there that think like this, that are thinking legacy, right? Like,
yeah, 100%. I coming from where I came from growing up, I was always the odd one out, right? Like, I was small. All I cared about was trying to be the best, right? If I played a sport, I was trying to be the best player on the field. That's all I cared about was sports growing up. I didn't care about school. I got through school. I hung out with the worst kids in the world. Half of them either locked up, had kids before 17, complete drug addicts now, or are in recovery, right? Or going in and out of recovery, rehab. Those were the kids I hung out with, right? And my mom's like, yeah, I'm going to see you in jail. Like, she knew, like, if you don't stick to sports and focus, you're going to jail. And I have a funny story. So I hung out with the really bad kids, started building. I left, went to school, sports, blah, 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 started building, opened up a restaurant. I went back to town, I don't know, 10 years ago, right? I've been out of town for 10 years. This is like 10 years ago. I run into one of my buddies. I'm like, oh, bro, what's going on? I haven't seen you in since middle school. Like, what have you been up to? He's like, like, I got a new job. It's going great. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? You still like working at the pizzeria? He's like, no, but a new pizzeria. I'm like, all right. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I do like takeout delivery. And I'm like, that's what you did 35 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you did when we were in middle school on your bike. And then you got a car and you kept doing it. He's like, yeah, He named the restaurant. I was like, all right, yeah, that's cool, man. That's exciting. I heard that place is pretty good. He's like, yeah, great place. He goes, this place is awesome. He's like, what have you been up to? And I'm like, this is what I've been doing. I was like, I own the restaurant you work at. And he's like, wait, what? And he's like, I've never seen you there. I'm like, I don't have to be there, right? Like,
Like,
you know, and he was like mind blown that me and him came from the same streets, and you know, I was able to get away from it and realize it. And you know, I had a conversation with another buddy, and you'll appreciate this, right? And he looked at me, he's like, dude, I'm not embarrassed where we grew up. I'm like, why would that be a thing you're embarrassed of? He goes, dude, if you look us up on the map, it's like a complete shithole. And I'm like, yeah, dude, 100%. He goes, but today he's a top salesman at a big company. He goes, I wouldn't be where I am today without that background, because I can talk fast, I can act on my toes, and I know how to make a decision to get me out of life or death situations, you know? And he's like, I wouldn't be where I am because if I didn't have this, I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know how to sell myself or sell myself out of trouble, or, you know, or talk my way out of trouble. He goes, I would not be able to sell shit today. So I always tell people, it doesn't matter where you came from, right? It matters where you're going, right? What's the end game, right? Having a bad background only makes you stronger, right? Coming from a broken childhood, a rough neighborhood gives you character, right? The only thing that could truly break you is when you look yourself in the mirror and you say you're broken, right? You're the only person that can break you, right? You know, the military tries, right? Our goal is to break you and reform you into your own self. If you let them break you, then yeah, they're going to break you, right? If you learn to adapt and learn to deal with the adversity they put in front of you, you can continue marching forwards, and be that person you want to be with the guidance by them, right? Same thing in business, same thing in life, right? Don't ever change who you are, where you came from to try to get to where you're going, right?
150%. 150. It's as if adversity can become your best friend if you just realize it's there to help you learn and grow. And maybe the reason why some of those most difficult things, like becoming a Navy SEAL, just for instance, on that military track, they put you through absolute hell. I mean, if you've listened to David Goggins, one of my favorite David Goggins stories that he tells is when he said, we're going to take some motherfucking souls. And his squad is looking around, and what they're doing is they were holding the boat above their heads, and they were in like the water, and they're holding it above them. And he started looking around, and he could see just the worry in their face. He's like, I motherfuckers, we're about to take some souls. And they're like, look around, what the fuck's he talking about? No, we're about to take some fucking souls. What we're about to do, we're about to start pressing this motherfucker. And they're like, what? Like, what do you mean? He's like, I want the look on every one of those drill sergeants' faces to be their soul just got sucked out of their body. We're about to take some souls right now. And that's a mindset that I've tried to apply to everything. Like, just leave them in shock and awe. Make them realize, like, oh my goodness, I thought he was done. I thought he was dead. And then all of a sudden he come out of left field with start pressing this shit when it should have crushed him. And it's, man, it's just such a powerful fucking thing, living off of adversity and just being able to put your back into a corner, throw the dukes up, and just start ripping uppercuts and hooks. And hey, maybe you'll catch that son of a bitch on the chin one time and it'll all pay off.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That, you know, my dad growing up, he goes, you know, he always pushed me in like a way where if you heard what he said to me, it'd be like, this guy's like out of his mind, right? Kids used to listen to him and be like, this guy, your dad's crazy, right? You know, and he would always tell me before games, or buddies that would come over before games, he goes, you know, losers don't get their names in the paper. He goes, winners do. And like when I was younger, it never made sense to me. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, why are you talking about the newspaper? Like, what are you even saying, right? He goes, people want to write about winners, right? People want to read about winners. Nobody gives a shit about a loser, right? And I'm like, it never made sense. And then when we started losing games and the other team was getting interviewed, I'm like, oh shit, that makes sense, right? And then I wanted to be that kid after every game that had the reporter come over to and say, hey, we have some questions for you. Can you talk? That was my goal, right? That was my fuel, my fire, was to win the game, but to be the kid that helped his team win, right? Get him to the finish line, get him to the last goal, and have that reporter come over to me and said, great work today. What did you do that was different to help your team win, right? That was my goal in every sport I played, in every business I ever done. My goal was to be written up about, be in the newspaper, be, you know, all over the school, the school board, school bulletins, just to be known. And that was my fire, right? That was my fuel.
It was my goal too.
Hey, there it is.
It was my goal too, man. You're fucking preaching to me right now. Fucking senior lead off, Colton Soroka. your boy, right here. Look at it on. Oh shit, my bad. Hold on, wrong button. But you're striking a chord with me. I couldn't help but not show that, dude, because it's literally what I went for. If you're not gonna go to be the best, why are you in the fucking race? If you're not going, if you don't have the delusion that you've already become the best, why are you even trying? Why, like, and that exact coach, he said something to me one time that has consistently pissed me off for greatness for the rest of my life. I was getting an award. There's literally an award because I got fucking articles written about me. I wasn't terrible. I was pretty fucking good. And I'll never forget. He told me, or he told everybody in the crowd that he was speaking to, Colton Soroka knows he's Colton Soroka. And everybody kind of laughed and chuckled. And it was this thing, oh, he's cocky, he's arrogant. And it kind of, like, it depressed me back then. And now, I'll say, you're damn right I do. You're motherfucking right I do. And we talked about this morning. You said it. Having an ego is not bad. Thinking you're the best, walking with your chest up, your chin out, and being able to have that presence, to have that confidence, and then work your way up to it to back it up is something we should all strive for. And I don't know why more people don't, man. And that's
100%, dude. 100%. And anybody can attest this, right? We make it easy, right? To talk about that ego, right? When you wake up in the morning, if you wake up and you're like, today's going to suck, there's a 9 out of 10 chance that day's going to suck, right? When you get up out of bed and you're like, today's going to be great, even if the worst shit happens to you, you're already prepared to deal with it because you have that confidence that today's going to be a great day, right? It goes forth with lifting, right? And like working out. I hate working out, but when I walk to the gym or go to the gym, I'm like, today's going to be a good workout, or today's going to be a good sparring session. I'm going to, have a good time. Every time I have a great time. When I go in, today's going to suck, dude. I'm going to get rocked. It's going to be challenging. Dude, I get my shit lit up, right? Like, I can't bench. I can't squat. My numbers are all off because I'm just not mentally there, right? And having an ego just means you're mentally prepared for anything that comes to you, right? There's nothing wrong with being prepared. There's nothing wrong with thinking you are the best in your own mind, right? Having that ego, right? There's nothing about an ego that says you're cocky, right? An ego just means you're confident in who you are and what you bring to the table, right? Every business meeting I've ever been to, I walked in knowing I'm the best salesman I've ever been, right? And knowing I'm walking out with a sale, right? Did I walk out with a sale every time? No, of course not, right? But I was confident that if I didn't walk out with a sale that first time, the second time I had it, right? That they threw me a curveball that I didn't prepare for, right? So I went back to the drawing board, I prepared for it, and then came up with every single possible declination that I would foresee in the next meeting and be prepared for a rebuttal.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And I say again right now, as I said this morning, ego, a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance.
Wouldn't you want to think of yourself in an important light, or do you want to just self-destruct all the time? I don't know. I'm gonna choose this side. I'm gonna go with self-importance, and that what I'm doing is important and it has an impact. And you're right. How you talk to yourself. I said that the other day. How you speak to yourself determines the direction of not only your day but your life. Where you put yourself, how you speak to others. Damn, I just realized it is 25 degrees in Chicago right now. I just saw that at the bottom of my fuck. How you talk to fucking winter's here. Fuck. How you talk to others, how you move. It is so damn important. It sets you up on such a different path than a lot of other people if you just simply talk to yourself in a positive manner. But damn, dude, we just ripped off 45 minutes. Like, no fucking problem. No fucking question about it. I just looked down and realized what fucking time it is. So you know the deal. You think that like, oh, I'm just gonna come and share knowledge and insight and fucking help everybody build and grow. Nah, fuck you. There ain't no way in hell, pal. Not actually, we'll play no way in HE double hockey sticks, just so you understand. Not for a half a fucking chance, motherfucker.
I'll try to play by the rules this time.
Hey, there ain't no fucking rules. That's the best part about it, man. One sentence, one word, one paragraph. I don't give a damn. These ones are good because, bro, I don't know if you know, but it was episode 42 the last time you came on. Been a long time since you come on the show. So this here segment has changed a lot since the last time you've been on this year.
All right.
Well, it's not a lot, but it's got pretty fucking. It's about to get unhinged. Let's just say that. It's not very fucking. Oh, it's not put together anymore. But we'll start it easy just to get that old CTE brain of yours working. Number one, my favorite movie of all time is.
Whew. Oh man, dude, there's like so many. Oh man, one I watch all the time that I'll put Backdraft. Favorite movie, Backdraft.
Backdraft.
Yeah.
Backdraft. Why have I not heard of that? I feel like no.
I wanted to be a firefighter when I was younger. I thought being a firefighter was such
shit.
Yeah, such a badass thing to do. Even to this day, you know, I'm actually a licensed, like I've qualified as passed all my tests to be a firefighter. I was a volunteer when I was younger, but being a full-time FDNY firefighter was what I wanted to be growing up. I got the call, made the cut, but was making way too much money to do it. So I decided not to give up on it. But something about being a firefighter, man, just badass people.
Yeah. Dude, well, we'll cross that question off the list. When I was a kid, my dream job was, we'll add an extra one, but Kurt Russell, William Baldwin, De Niro, and Don Sutherland.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's a fucking banger. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I mean, I've seen.
Yeah, you got to watch it, dude. You'll watch it. But you'll watch even today. Like, I mean, the movie's old, right? So like cinematically, it's not great, but it's still pretty legit, bro. Like you'll get amped up from watching it.
Damn, I gotta fucking save that.
There's a saying in the movie, "You go, we go," right? And what that means, right? One of firefighters
is parts of that.
One of these firefighters is falling into falling through floors, about to die, and his whole team looks at him and goes, "You go, we go," and they're all holding him up. And dude, it's it just makes you fired up, right? Knowing your team has your back, knowing if you go, we're going together, we're going down as one. Man, that it just, I don't know. You'll watch it and be fired up, bro.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm about it. All right. Number 2. My favorite dessert is.
So many good ones.
Just to fuck you up while you're on a diet.
Yeah, right. I'll go with my go-to has to be mint chocolate chip ice cream. Big ass scoop of peanut butter, chocolate syrup, rainbow sprinkles.
Whoa, rather specific, but sounds pretty fucking banging. I can't lie to you. I'm making some caramel apple bars today. I got a little family get together tomorrow. I'm making some caramel apple bars. Hopefully none of the family's fucking watching this right now, so they don't know, and I can just surprise them all. But I know fucking mom's here somewhere, so mom, forget you heard that. Number 3. Damn. Now I want some fucking dessert. Number 3, if I was a refrigerator, the one item I wouldn't allow inside of me is
broccoli. That shit's disgusting, bro. I literally get nauseous when my middle guy just licks heads of broccoli while he's eating like garlic off of it. It grosses me out. I get nauseous. I got to get up from the table. Can't do it. Dude, it freaks me out.
This is exactly why we do this segment. Number 4. Hold on. This is for the Diamond Hand fam. Kids, I think we've officially found it. The last week has been perplexing me. First, it was snakes for hair. Then it was crying vinegar. You guys know where I'm going with this. I have finally found something I think that can equate that is going to stump somebody. So, HD number 4. If I had to choose between sweating hot sauce or sweating ranch dressing, I would choose to.
Sweating hot sauce or sweating ranch dressing? I don't like hot sauce, so ranch. I love ranch dressing. It's the greatest thing ever. You can put ranch on anything, bro. You can put ranch on anything. You can put ranch on anything and be happy, dude. Name one food without ranch on it. That's not good.
Fuck! So the running joke is that nobody will fucking pick sweating hot sauce. Okay, it was like sweating hot sauce or fucking snakes for hair, sweating hot sauce or crying vinegar, and everybody always chose the latter. And now I was like, oh, sweating ranch would be terrible, and you somehow figure out a way that sweating ranch would be fucking good,
bro. I just think about like Doritos ranch dressing and carrot. Like, dude, what's better than like carrots, like raw carrots dipped in ranch? Like, dude, it's. I just think about everything that has good ranch.
I'm a blue cheese guy. To tell you.
That's where you gone wrong, bro. That's where you gone
wrong. It's not. It's simply not. It's simply not. I think ranch has really lost its flavor to me. Can't lie to you. It's just there's something about blue cheese, man. Something about that funk. Speaking of funk, number 5. If I had intro music play every time I walked into a new room, the song I would pick is.
Ooh. I probably still Sandstorm for sure.
Quality. I played Sandstorm the other day on the show. Who said that the other day on Java and Jams? I played it on Java and Jams, but I can't remember.
I think it's just a sporting thing, right? Yeah, it just gets me
going.
Yeah.
Yes, it's fucking fire. It's fucking fire. It would make me want to fuck somebody up on the other side of that door. I don't know who would be in the wrath, but it would definitely make me want to do that. Speaking of don't know what would make you want to do that, number 6. If I had to swap my legs with the legs of another animal, the animal I would choose to perform said swap with is?
Gotcha. Well, now here's the question, right? Do I just get 2 of those legs or do I get 4?
That's always the first question. You
right?
got 4 if you want them.
Bird,
you got 4 if you want them.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd probably stay with the rhino, right? Sturdiness, hold my ground.
A little bit of speed.
Yeah, I lose some speed. My legs are bionicle now anyway, so I'm slow as shit, right? But I think it all is symbolic, right? Being able to hold my ground, being able to be a support for my team, for my family, for my circle. I'd probably stick with a rhino.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what I'd do. I was thinking cheetah.
Took that all serious.
I was thinking cheetah, but like, what was I running from, right? Like, I don't run from anything, right? I face shit head on. So, that one wasn't a good one. I really analyzed that, bro. I really did. Maybe rhino's not the best answer, but that's what I'm going with.
Not my segment, yours. Number 7, I mean. Speaking of animals. If I could morph 2 animals together to make one super animal, the 2 animals I would choose are?
What about if the one animal is already a morphed mythical creature?
Fine by me.
I'd morph a griffin and a maverick.
What? Wait, what the fuck's a maverick?
Look it up, buddy.
What?
Unbranded, a wild bull. Unbranded bull is a maverick.
Oh shit! It's also obviously 1950. Oh, look at that big bad son bitch. Oof. It was also a TV show from 1957 to 1962 about a Western, American Western television series with comedic overtones. In case you were wondering, Roy Huggins was the creator and originally starred James Garner. That's definitely what I was thinking. But
and the griffin's already a morphed.
So you're talking about a fucking what the fuck? That's a bird bowl, bro. Like, what the fuck is that? Oh, and these stupid fucking. Damn it! Hold on, let me block these fucking bots. These motherfuckers, dude. Hold on, let me get these bots out of my fucking chat. All right, motherfuckers. Damn, bro. okay, so secretly all of the I've been having every guest do this, and I'm making a fucking NFT collection out of all these morphed animals. I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's the most.
Griffin is
Whoa.
lion.
So you got
lion bird.
fucking.
Yeah, you have
Okay,
talons with
you think it,
fangs.
okay, you got the fucking talons and then the bull, but you got horns on,
There you go, bro. I got it all. Attack from all angles.
and you can fucking fly.
I could fly. I could out muscle you. I could out agile you. I got
That's
it
the
all.
scariest one yet. Holy shit, chat. That's the what the fuck? Whoa. Okay, yeah, that's definitely good. I don't know what to call it though. I just what I'm stuck over here trying to figure out a fucking name for it. I'll get it. I'll get it at some point in time. All right, 3 more and you're out. Number
Sounds
8.
Good.
The funniest sport to watch if you added drinking some booze as a mandatory set of the rules would be.
I'm gonna have to go with it because I see it all the time. But golf for sure, because when you get shit faced in golf, people start you start playing like real don't hit it past the ladies' tees, pants down. Dude, shit gets good, man. Shit gets good. So we play like a drunken game when we go to the Bahamas and play. And if you go in a sand trap, you got to take off your shoes, and the sand's burning hot. So it's comical when you start drinking, and you got to start. There's different. You gotta dip your toes in the water if you water a ball. There's a lot of things that we do, and the alcohol just makes things a lot funnier.
I like that. We've heard hockey, we've heard fighting. I think we maybe heard golf before. I don't think we've heard golf before. There's a lot,
but fighting drunk isn't funny, right? People get TKO'd at bars all the time when they're hammered, right? Like that's not funny, right? Like hockey.
Imagine two. Okay. Imagine fucking Israel Adesanya and fucking Bohachino, whatever the fuck, Alex Pereira. Imagine those two just shit sticked in there throwing bombs. Like,
yeah, that's not funny. They're just teeing off on each other's faces. Like, dude, that's a bloodbath. That's not funny.
Why not?
That's just death. Right? That's what you call death, bro.
Chicks dig scars, motherfucker.
That's right. I could have used that as one of my all-time favorite movies, right? Replacements. Shane Falco.
Yes, it is the Replacements. Thank you.
Yeah,
I said that earlier, and I was like, I think it's the Replacements, but I definitely know Mr. Shane Falco.
Pain heals, chicks dig scars, glory lasts forever. Right on, Shane. Right on.
Yeah, Mr. Shane Falco himself, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you guys don't know. He's actually Shane Falco in real life. Number 9.
Number 9. If I was added as the 8th member of Snow White's Dwarves, my name would be.
Shit, that's a good one. Do they have to fit in line with those dwarf names?
Something E. Can be whatever you
want. I wouldn't have to be with an E. Can I just be like dwarf motivated, right? Dwarf focused. Something like I don't have like those. The dwarfs are all like all their names they're all bullshit. To me are like negative connotations, right? Like
So you'd bring the
I'd be the one positive dwarf.
Happy is not a fucking negative connotation. That's nice. That's a nice.
You got
dopey.
Dopey.
I'm dopey, bro. I'm dopey. You think I'm playing? I will bring the pictures of me as a baby with the little fucking thing. I look like Dopey.
Mama Cap, can we confirm this?
Mom, find the fucking picture, post it on Twitter, please. I give you permission. You didn't have me.
Well, yeah. Grumpy, sleepy, bashful, Doc. I guess they're not all negative. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I'd be like.
I guess Doc isn't too. Yeah, shit. So yeah, dude,
you got Docky, happy. Yeah.
You're motivated.
Yeah. I probably. I'm
inspiration.
JT's definitely.
Come on, inspiration.
He wouldn't be his own. He would just be grumpy. He'd
just be Flex.
Yeah, Flex. That's right.
Flex.
Just Flex.
Come on, Flex. What's the and the sound you have to walk sideways through doors and shit. That's what I envision. JT.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's a good question, bro. I got to rethink that, but that's what I would be. Like I get it a lot. Like my wife gives me a lot of shit for it because I'm always so positive, and she takes it as that I don't give a shit about things. right? And I only worry about things that need to be worried about. And she worries about things that will happen 2 weeks from now, right? Like I'm like, there's no reason to worry about that. Like she's like, well, you're just brushing off, you don't care, right? So because I'm like the way my brain works and I'm so focused on certain things, it comes off as I don't give a shit about whatever the situation is, but I do. It's just something that doesn't phase me, right? Like I'm just focused on what do we need to do to correct what happened, right? Like I don't need to be bothered, I don't need to be upset. I just need to be focused on how to fix it or how to get to the next level.
Not to go down this rabbit hole, but that right there is 150% why men and women will forever be completely and totally and utterly different. Like that's just
And
right
we
there. That's
need
how
that,
we're
right?
wired.
We need
100%.
that.
That's how we're
We
wired.
need that.
Yeah,
Right?
man.
When you find the opposite that can make up for what you don't think about and what you don't worry about, you marry that person. You know?
Hell yeah. Make up for the where they lack, where you lack. Hell yeah. Yeah. Look at this. We're giving out fucking marriage advice now. I'm finished the sentence. Number 10. If peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, I would call it.
Ooh. I like peanut. It'd either be peanut tack or peanut slime, but it's not really slimy, so it'd probably be like peanut tack.
Peanut tack.
Yeah,
That's how you know you fucking played sports.
Yeah, it'd be peanut tack for sure. Right, I'm having a peanut tack and jelly sandwich. That sounds perfect, right?
Not bad at all. But since you used the word in the new word of the original word, that is a ding on the point. So you got to go through part B. And since Thanksgiving,
how's that a ding? You just said if peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Hey, fuck you. I make up the rules as we go along.
Exactly. You're just making shit up, bro.
Yeah, I make up the rules as fuck you. Is this my show? You're allowed. This is my show. Fuck you. Part B. If turkey wasn't called turkey, I'd call it.
Ooh. Oh. The gobble bird.
Let's go. That's literally what I said.
The gobble bird.
That's literally
Dude,
what
I actually
said.
saw something funny, so I'm gonna go off chain. So I sent it to my father-in-law the other day. I saw a video or a picture of somebody cooking the neck and the gizzards of the turkey in the neck spot, and it just looks like a huge cock. And I was like, dude, we should do that this year and put it in front of his brother-in-law, like my girl's uncle. And he goes, this guy will have a heart attack. So now we're doing it this year. And like, I've never seen somebody so excited to like make a gizzard and a neck of a turkey look like a dick and put it in front of somebody. So like, I'll send pictures, but it's going to be awesome.
Let's go.
I like, this is what I talk to like my father-in-law about. I'm like, dude, what do you think of this? He's like, this is a brilliant idea, you know?
Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, rabbit hole after rabbit hole. I hope you brought your notebook because my solo dolo sheet of paper I bring is completely full. I know yours is. From the legendary, insightful, knowledgeable, massive heart human, Mr. HD. All right, kids. All right. Jeepers creepers. Golly, they don't stop sometimes. My goodness. Man, can't tell you how much we appreciate you. Not only me, but the entire Diamond Hand fam. I can't tell you how many people DM me, said how excited they were to have you back on the show and hear from you and shit. Before I run the picker and close this out, the only way I know how, any thing burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you've been dying to get out to the Diamond Hand fam or anybody in between tuning in today?
Listen,
we didn't even talk about rhinos.
Yeah, listen, we're here. We haven't gone anywhere. We're still doing what we're doing. We're still growing. JTR has been working on some really crazy shit lately. Putting in a lot of extra hours, burn the midnight oil. And you're gonna see some releases of some stuff that gonna surprise everybody. Because it wasn't stuff we talked about or decided to do, and it just somehow he found it, or I don't know what happened. But what I would tell people is tune in, right? We talk about it on the GN Jams, and I always joke around about it, but going into a space like that, either it is GN Jams, whether it is somebody else's space, whatever it is, come in and listen and share, right? Like, so many people come up in GN Jams and talk, And I learned so much from these people. And sometimes they say, I don't know if I had the courage to do this or had, the whatever it was, I was scared to go talk. And it changed my life, right? Like, I consider myself pretty successful. I'm not where I want to be yet, but somebody who thinks they have done nothing in their life inspired me, right? Somebody who wants to do more in their life inspires me to do more. So always click that talk button, right? Don't scared. Don't hide behind a PFP, right? Nobody's going to judge you. If worse comes to worse, somebody just kicks you off stage, right? You move on to the next space. Like, who cares, right? Like, people you have to share, you have to help. And, you don't know how far your message can go or who needed to hear your message that's dealing with something if you don't say it, right? So anybody who's shared in the Java and Jams or has talked, I appreciate you for clicking that button to request, coming up and talking. People that listen to this show, right? Thank you for listening. Being a part of this community, supporting Cap and the Diamond Hand Media Group, right? What he's doing, what he's building, it's for the future, right? It's going to be something big, and it already is something big, right? You just have to be a part of things, right? Like, I don't know how many ways I could say it, or I could keep going, but just get involved, start investing in yourself, right? Because nobody else in this world gives a fuck about you, right? Like, at the end of the day, people say they do. You might find some people that do, but like, I have brothers and sisters, right? Like, are they happy of my success? Yeah, 100%. Does it affect their day to day? Absolutely fucking not. Do they really care? Maybe, right? But at the end of the day, it's me versus the world, right? That's how I always looked at it. Everybody always had a target painted on my back, right? And until I realized that I can do it and accomplish it and then bring people in to have my back and build a team. So when I'm looking south, somebody else is looking north. I have somebody else looking west, somebody looking east, and we're back to back and nothing's coming at us from any angle. You can get to that level. You just have to bear down and believe in yourself first. Until that happens, nobody else is going to believe in you.
Sheesh. Just get involved. I love what you said, man. Just get involved. It's amazing how some businesses, general business works that they don't tell you what's going on in the background. They just go business as usual. They do their typical things. And then the big fall clearinghouse sale, like, that's how business works. And we've gotten so tuned in to, I invested money, I need to know what's going on with my investment. Sorry, that's not how this works. But I'll say it for you just because you can't say it. Fuck you if that's the way you're thinking, and if that's what you're coming into this space to make some money and then be able to be a bullshit venture capitalist that sits there and bangs your rattle on your fucking high chair when you don't see an announcement for a couple of weeks, when really if you just showed the fuck up and not showing up once in a Discord every fucking 2 months to ask what's going on with the project, actually seriously showing up, posting about it, knowing people like the founders of the project, having detailed conversations with them, getting into Discord more often, making it a vibrant place, not just going and looking at it, whatever the case might be. And yeah, that is calling out people in specific. Everybody knows what went down last night, but I won't spend any time on that. But I appreciate what you do, and who you are for the space, and just keep growing, keep building, man, because right now is when we go. Everybody is so quick to pack it in right now, or look for an excuse as to why they're not in a right spot, or point the finger at a founder or whatever. I think it's time we start taking some action and stop making so many fucking excuses. But throw that fucking key away. I will go down 52 more fucking rabbit holes today, kid. So I will fucking steer this shit back in the direction and get it closed out. Your secret phrase of the day, kids. November the 18th, 2022 is hashtag Chicks Dig Scars. Hashtag Chicks Dig Scars is your secret phrase of the day. You see it on the screen now. I'm telling you what, these kids sleep. I might start making this even more exclusive now. We might, who's to say, who's to know? I just do one giveaway a week. I don't know. We might start making this fucking more exclusive. Hey, because you ain't got to do shit. You ain't got to follow nobody. You ain't got to like. You ain't got to retweet. You ain't got to do nothing. Not a hot damn thing. You just got to show up and comment and have some fun with the Diamond Hand fam in the live chat. So if you've done that today, you did hashtag Chicks Dig Scars in the live YouTube chat. You see the cursor on your screen. It's officially time to let this baby rock and roll. So we count it down from 5. I don't know what I'm dishing out yet, but whoever wins, you'll find out. Everybody knows I got you. 5, from 5, from 4. From 3 down to 2, down to 1, a half, a quarter, a tenth, 100,000, million, billion, gajillionth cap. We've been waiting for an hour, 46 minutes, and 17 seconds. Just please roll the Sun Beach. Okay, you got it. Familiar faces, familiar names, all on your screen. Who is it going to be today, ladies and gentlemen? It is the one, the only Gomez! Winner, chicken dinner. This man is, golly, him, Inu, Tommy B. I don't know who else. You guys are just building these freaking wallets off of the Door Show. I don't know about you guys, what type of freaking algorithm cracker you guys have been sharing in the back channels or what's going on, but it's got to stop. This is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what you guys are doing, Ponzi scheme you're pulling over there, but this is crazy. No, I'm just fucking with you. Shout out Gomez. I'm pretty sure I still got your wallet, but just shoot me a DM. So, because my DMs are fucked, dude. Just shoot me a yo, what's up? So it comes back up to the top, and I got you. I'll hook you up whenever I get some free time. Gas has been stupid as shit during the day, so I've been waiting till like 1, 2 in the morning to take care of some shit. So just shoot that over to me, and I got you back, Gomez. You the man. But, my friends, it's officially time to wrap this thing up. And speaking of, that's it. That's a wrap. Paper or plastique. Put a bow on that, Sun Beach. Episode number 111. 111 of the Door Show is officially over. No mas, no mo. It's time to get on up and get on out. But before we do, a couple of things I need to remind you. Number 1, it is a fantastic, nay, fabulous, nay, fantabulous Friday to be alive. The rest is up to me and thee, and I'm choosing to push around some PLP. That stands for peace, love, and positivity. For those of you that are new to the acronym, and I humbly ask you do the same. Maybe dash in a little bit of kindness as you go on about this Friday as well. Why? Well, because it's a simple human thing to do. You might change somebody else's life. You might put somebody's thoughts or their emotions or their direction in an entirely new path and might change the way they live their life forever. It also costs 0 fiat, 0 ETH, 0 soul, and 0 of any of them other shit coins your happy degenerate ass cares to be invested in to do so. Stop wasting your damn money on a market that keeps going down and just start doing what's free. I hope you have. The legendary Mr. HD hopes you have. ATERRIFIC. Rest of your Friday, unless you have any other plans. And one more thing before we get to the final closing bit. Remember that since this is Friday, to leave your trials and tribulations of the week at the door of the weekend. Burst through seeking nothing but triumphs and stop using your damn weekends to escape the life you currently have. Start using them to build the life you've been dreaming of on Monday through Friday. You got the audacity to show up for every Tom, Dick, and Harry Monday through Friday, but you can't show up for your own damn self once you punch out on Friday afternoon, evening, Saturday, and Sunday. It's time to get some. It's time to go after it. And I also ask that you remember that at Diamond Hand Media, we don't only hold, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Appreciate the hell out of you guys. Thank you for all the love, all the support, hanging out in the live chat. Shout out again to HD, dropping your knowledge and insights on the show, man. Wouldn't have had an electric 111th episode without you. We appreciate you. Have a spectacular weekend. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, retweet, turn on notifications so you do not miss. I will even throw that up on the screen so you guys see that as well. Shubang! Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Let's keep growing the Diamond Hand fam, man. And we will see you guys back here same time, same place on Monday afternoon. Get ready to rock and roll. But for now, my friends, we'll catch you in the Discords. We'll catch you in the VCs. We will catch you in the spaces or wherever you're building this beautiful place we call Web3. But until then, peace
and love.